to this wonderful ceremony. Welcome. And um I'm not going to give you too much advice. You've spent 5 years at CEPT, you've got enough of that. So all I'm going to tell you is that whatever time that you spent here, the experience of idealism that you've had here, hold on to that when you get out into the real world, because the real world, that as we call it, is also what you make of it finally. So that's the only advice I have for you this evening. What I'm going to also talk about a little bit, and this just really takes me back to when I was a student as well, sitting in a room, listening to our guest, chief guest, who's going to be speaking a little later, and thinking about when she was kind of talking about her work and what she was doing, thinking about whether I would ever be able to do something like that. And I've heard her speak many times after I've graduated, and I'm still wondering if I'd ever be able to do the amount of incredible work and the values that she kind of espouses through that. Brinda, who's our main speaker, Brinda Somaya is an architect and urban conservationist. Upon completion of her Bachelor of Architecture from Mumbai University and a Master of Arts from Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts, USA, she started her firm Somaya and Kalapa Consultants, S&K, in 1978 in Mumbai, India. In May 2012, she was conferred an honorary doctorate from her alma mater, Smith College. In 2014, she was awarded the Indian Institute of Architects, the Baburao Matre Gold Medal for Lifetime Achievement. From 2016 to 2021, she was the chairperson of the Board of Governors, School of Planning and Architecture, Vijayawada, an Institute of National Importance. In 2017, she joined the board of the Holcim Foundation for Sustainable Construction in Zurich, Switzerland. In 2022, she was chosen as one of the 75 Indian women in STEAM on India's 75th anniversary of independence. In January 2023, she was awarded an honorary doctorate from Jawaharlal Nehru Architecture and Fine Arts University, Hyderabad. She's also the A.D. White Professor at Large, Cornell University in the USA. Over 4 decades, she has merged architecture, conservation, and social equity in projects ranging from institutional campuses, rehabilitation of an earthquake-torn village, to restoration of an 18th century cathedral, showing that progress and history need not be at odds. Her belief is that the architect's role is that of guardian, hers is the conscience of the built and unbuilt environment. It underlines her work that encompasses large corporate, industrial, and institutional campuses and extends to public spaces, some of which she has rebuilt and others reinvented as pavements, parks, and plazas. And with these words, I'd like to invite Brinda Somaya to come to the dais.
Thank you, Samit. Can you hear me at the back? Yes. So good morning to all of you here today. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be here. I would like to thank the Dean of Faculty of Architecture, Samit, who is the one who invited me, as well as the faculty, students, parents, and friends. So as the chief guest and speaker, what is it that I can share with all of you today? It is such an exciting time, I'm sure, for most of you, and you are raring to go into the big new world that has opened in front of all of you. So I just want to share some thoughts. We're here to try and inspire, to be mentors, and at the same time to understand and share my life and thoughts with you as you embark on this new journey of yours. So I would like to begin with just a short saying by Tom Kundig, that architecture is an adventure. It really has been an adventure for me because I started my journey as an architect 45 years ago from a Mali's shed with absolutely no business plan and just knowing that I loved what I did. Today, all of you stand on a threshold of a new chapter. You are armed with the knowledge and skills which this esteemed institution has bestowed upon you. So you must really understand the responsibility you are going to have as you move into society at large. Because architects are not mere designers of structures, we are custodians of the narratives that unfold within and around us. Your designs will shape the way people live, the way they work, and the way they interact with each other. thus becoming an integral part of the stories of countless lives. During your time here at CEPT with your academic curriculum, some of you must have experienced life's curriculum, the pandemic. We're still looking at what appears to be the tail end of this experience, which has brought many changes to all of us. Perhaps some of you may not have even been able to spend your entire time on the campus, I'm not sure, and have missed some of those special connections with your faculty and your core students. This time, the pandemic and its effects have given us the time to reflect and think about our actions and goals in alignment with your future self and destiny. What can we learn by reflecting on this enforced disruption? Perhaps view it as an opportunity to steer a new course, imagining a new and different world. We all know that we are in a very difficult time for the planet, and maybe the time during the pandemic has made us think about how we can protect the one and only Earth that we all have. So we need agency here, which is the capacity of individuals to act independently and make our own choices. We can only prioritize sustainability and thus nature. When we redefine our lives and thoughts, we need to discuss and debate, but always with hope. So translated into the realm of architecture, it is important to understand our work. It is a dialogue with the past, a response to the present, and contribution to the future. CEPT, with its rich history and forward-thinking approach, has laid the foundation for your ability to engage in this dialogue with wisdom and foresight. There has to be a way of thinking that we bring into our system, into our work, and into our lives. Whether we become practicing architects with studios, whether we teach as well, whether we become architectural journalists, AI specialists, it doesn't matter. We are all part of the same world as we go out in our different paths. But we must always remember that when we talk, when we write, this advice from Albert Einstein, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. It is very important to keep your feet on the ground and discuss and debate in a way that makes the most amount of sense to the maximum number of people. I thought I would divide the rest of my talk into 3 parts. What is important in our lives as we move forward as an architect or planner? I believe creativity is one, empathy is the second, and commitment to the profession, keeping intact its values and integrity, would be the third part of what I believe is most important. When I began my journey in architecture, the world was a different place, but the essence of our profession remains the same. Architecture is a medium that transcends time, a language that speaks to the human experience across generations. It is not merely about erecting structures. It is about orchestrating a space that resonates with the pulse of life. From one of my tallest skyscrapers to the master plan of campuses, to the conservation of the library here at the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, I try to have always listened and extracted the sense of empathy to guide me on my path. In the same spirit, I urge each one of you to approach your projects with a deep sense of responsibility and commitment in creating an environment that enhances the human spirit. Because, as Steve Jobs says, design is a funny word. Some people think design means how it looks, but of course, it is really how it works. So coming to creativity, you live, at least this point in time, in India. In the rich tapestry of Indian architecture, we find threads of continuity and threads of change. The challenge and the beauty will rely in weaving these threads together, creating designs that honor the past while embracing the possibilities of the future. CEPT, with its commitment to contextual sensitivity, has provided you with a foundation, hopefully steeped in this ethos. In your creativity, be open to criticism, learn from your failures, and let each project be a stepping stone towards your evolution as an architect. Embrace challenges, learn from every experience, And let your passion for creating spaces inspire and uplift the guiding force within each one of you. So I urge you to be not just architects, but ambassadors of cultural heritage. Our built environment is a reflection of who we are, and every design decision carries the weight of preserving or transforming that identity. So while it might be very easy to be swayed by star architects, architecture is not a solitary endeavor. It is a collaborative symphony of ideas, aspirations, and vision. However, there will naturally be choices and priorities of varying beliefs. To come to the next section of empathy, I cannot think of a better term for all of you as you go into this world to be known as empathetic architects. Empathy is the ability to sense other people's emotions, coupled with the ability to imagine what someone else might be thinking or feeling. We have to understand each other, and it has to go beyond the work that we do. Today, as I'm looking at all of you, and as I saw this morning at the commencement, I see a large number of women. And I know that today women form a majority of students in most colleges in India. Unfortunately, that does not translate into the professional practices that we have in our country. Our responsibility as architects have to go beyond just being women in the profession. We have to connect with women in construction, women laborers, and all that, which has been a very important belief of mine. I remember my first project. I was building a small clubhouse in Mumbai. We had to cast a roof, and I was heavily pregnant with my first child, 3 days away from the date of my delivery. I had to climb to the roof to see what the workers were doing. They were casting the slab, and my mother was quite horrified at what I intended to do there. She said, "I better come with you." Those days, unlike today, which is unfortunate, there were many women working on construction sites. When I climbed up to the roof, struggling a bit, they looked at me with so much kindness and understanding and empathy that I decided that day I had to play a role in their development and in their protection. Our studio has incorporated certain clauses in our specifications. All sites which have labor quarters within need to be decently built with water and electricity points, adequate dining facilities, and hopefully a small creche and a small school. Women laborers must get equal wages and need to go beyond carrying concrete on their heads, rather becoming welders, masons, and painters. As professionals, this is the least we must ensure for women and men over here today who turn our dreams into reality. I subsequently organized through my Hekar Foundation 2 large conferences for women in architecture in 2000 and one for women in design in 2020. So empathy has to go beyond the building and design and your thinking, but it also has to spread around to society at large. The society that you as architects move out of the portals of this institution, the society that you architects are going to be connected with, involved with, and responsible for. The third thing I urge is for commitment and integrity. I do not wish to give a lecture on integrity and balance today, but architecture is not an easy profession to build up on. It is also not always a well-paid profession. It is difficult, it involves a lot of hard work, but if you have your ideas very clear for yourself and for your studio, rich dividends will come to you in the long run, and commitment and passion that you have for the profession will eventually triumph over the difficulties. That's what's got to be very, very important eventually. In conclusion, my dear graduates, I extend my heartfelt congratulations on this significant achievement. As you step into the world as architects and planners, remember that your journey has just begun, a journey of dreams and courage. May you build with purpose, design with passion, and leave an enduring legacy that enriches the lives of those you serve. I have a quote from Kalidas. He said, "Look to this day, for it is life, the very life of life. In its brief course lie all the verities and realities of your existence. The bliss of growth, the glory of action, the splendor of achievement are but experiences of time. For yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. And today, well lived, makes yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Look well, therefore, to this day. Such is the salutation to the ever-new dawn." The last thing I want to share with you is a small story. Maybe some of you who have heard me talk may have heard it, but I've just added it on because I feel a lot of students come to me and ask me, how do they start? How do they begin work? Where do they get their projects? So there was a forest, and it's sort of a folk story, and there was an enormous fire in the forest, and all the animals ran away. The lions and the tigers and the elephants, everything ran away, except one little bird. And that bird was flying from the trees to a little pool of water, filling its beak with the water and coming back and trying to put off the fire. So all the animals laughed at it and said, "You are never going to be able to put off this fire." So the bird said, "At least I'm doing my bit." So I told the story to a talk I was giving. I remember it was in Goa. And I came back to Mumbai the next day, and my email box was full of messages. And they said, "Ma'am, you haven't told us the rest of the story. This is a very old folk story." So what was the rest? The rest was the bird kept doing this. And the gods above were watching the bird. And the gods felt so sad that they began to cry. And when gods cry, it comes down as rain. And the rain put off the fire. So now each one of you go out and do your bit, however large or small. God bless.
Thank you, Professor Samaya, for honoring this event with really this informative, engaging, and thought-provoking talk. I hope the 3 pointers shared by her will remain with our graduates. Before honoring the degrees, we would like to start with announcing the Award of Proficiency. I would again like to invite Professor Brinda Somaya to present the awards. We will start with the postgraduate programs. In the Masters in Architectural History and Research, Best Foundation Studio Award to G.M. Srivishal. Masters in Architectural Tectonics, Reshma M. for Best Foundation Studio. Diksha Garg for Best Studio 3. Pratik Bansal for Best Studio 3. Manusvi Patil for Best Studio 2. From Masters in Conservation and Regeneration, we have Kaushik Jain SN for Best Foundation Studio. Joshi Dayanand Milind for Best Studio 3. Renga Bashyam RB for Best Studio 3. Shri Ram RM again for Best Studio 3. And Anmol Aravandekar for Best Studio 2. From the Masters in Housing Design, we have Gandhi Simran Avinash for Best Foundation Studio. Mit Vijay Shah for Best Foundation Studio. Shraddha Khandelwal for Best Foundation Studio. And Ashlesha Bhosle for Best Studio 2. From the Masters in Landscape Architecture program, we have Anushri Mohan Bakshi for Best Foundation Studio. For Masters in Interior Design, Akash Kumar Shah for Best Studio 3. And Pragati S for Best Studio 2. We would also like to call the names of students receiving awards of proficiency in absentia. Kairavi Maniar for Best Studio 2 and 3 in Masters in Architectural History and Research. Priyank Dakoria for Best Studio 2 and 3 in Masters in Housing Design. Apratim Gothakurta for Best Studio 3 in Masters in Landscape Architecture. Tulsi Bharadwaj for Best Studio 2 and 3 in Masters in Landscape Architecture. Nimisha Ghosh for Best Foundation Studio in Masters in Interior Design. Congratulations. Now we will be presenting the awards of proficiency to undergraduate students in the Bachelor of Architecture program. For the Best Studio Performance from second year, we have Jayani Naresh Patel, Neeraj Krishna Eravil Rajiv, Patel Nisharg Harish Kumar, and Sarthak Agarwal. From the third year, we have Divija Harish Patel, Swar Dhaval Solanki, from the fourth year, we have Madireddy Kaushal, and from the fifth year, we have Priyanka Prashant Salunke. For the consistent performance in 23-24, from second year, we have Neeraj Krishna Eravil Rajiv. From 4th year, Adhita Roy. From 5th year, Priyanka Prashant Salunke. Also in absentia, we have see, I have been telling you. Yalagai, okay, I'm sorry. Yalagai Vivekanandan for consistent performance 23-24 in Bachelor's in Architecture. Thank you, Professor Samaya. Thank you. Now we will be moving into conferring of degrees. I would like to welcome our Dean, Professor Sameep Padora, to confer the degrees. First, I would like to welcome the Program Chair for Master of Architecture and Architectural Design, Professor Sankalp, to announce the names.
Thank you, Chandrani. Okay. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the following students the degree of Masters of Architecture, Architectural Design. Akshara, Amay, Amay, Ankit, Arunima, Harshit, Helik, Ishita, Jay Kishore, Jayashri, Jinal, Khyati, Kinjal, Kosha, Meghna, Nagvarsha, Nikhil, Nikita, Sai Hasita, oh, Shaili, Shakshi, Shivani, Shivani, Taruneshwar, Vidula, Vivek, Rucha, Sayantan, Shreya, Ark Jyoti, Aditya, Masaya, Prajwal, Ribanto, Rishabh, in absentia, Millie. Thank you and good luck.
Congratulations to all the degree recipient of Masters of Architecture in Architectural Design. Moving on to Master of Architecture in Conservation and Regeneration, I would like to invite the program chair, Professor Sonal Mittal, to announce the names. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University on the nomination of the Executive Council have conferred upon the following students the degree of Master of Architecture in Conservation and Regeneration. Anne Shojan, Apurva G, Gayatri S. Kumar, Rathore Jigar Ajay Bhai, Mitali Parmar, Brunal Ninadavu Volu. Parvati Ramkumar. Shivani Singh. Vidisha Purohit. Vyoma Shukla. Muhammad Sirajuddin. Revati Anandan. And 1 degree is being conferred in absentia to Swati Bharadwaj. Thank you and congratulations to all graduates. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the following students the degree of Master of Arts, Conservation and Regeneration. Soumya Khandelwal. Vaibhavi Bhojkar. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Congratulations to the degree recipients for Master of Architecture in Conservation and Regeneration and Master of Arts in Conservation and Regeneration. Moving on to Master of Architecture in Architectural History and Theory, I would like to welcome Professor Gauri Bharat to announce the names.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to all of you. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the following students the degree of Master of Architecture, Architectural History and Research. Ankita Subudhi, Bhakti Sausani, Binita Bose, Hadia Nihal, Janvi Kulkarni, Kavya Mankad, Roshni Pushparaj, Samyukta Krishnan, Sushmita Pai. And in absentia, Anjali Sri Kumar. Wishing you all a very exciting professional life ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Gauri. Again, congratulations to all the recipients of Master of Architecture in Architectural History and Research. May I now welcome Professor Sandeep Patil to announce the names for the graduates receiving Master of Landscape Architecture.
Good afternoon and congratulations to everyone. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University on the nomination of the Executive Council have conferred upon the following students the degree of Master of Landscape Architecture. Arohan, Aditi, Afra, Ankita, Arshav, Deepti, Devika, Twani, Gayatri, Janvi Joshi, Janvi Tankiwale, Kruti, Lakshmi, Loknath, Meghna, Nitya, Parvati, Shiladitya, Shruti, Suman, Susanna, Trupti, Vatsla, Sayanth, Vedika, Prakriti, Prerna, Priyanka, Radhika, Rishav. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ria, Ritika, and in absentia to Sautanya. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Sandeep, and congratulations to all the graduates of Master of Landscape Architecture. Woo! Now I would like to welcome Professor Sachin Soni, Program Chair for Bachelor of Architecture, to announce the names.
Thanks, Chandrani. Good afternoon, everyone. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of CEPT University on the nomination of Executive Council have conferred upon following students the degree of Bachelors of Architecture. Hari, Rutwij, Atul, Hina, Krishna, Ritvi, Ria, Yashi, Angi, Ashvi, Abhilasha, Adarsh, Ahmad, Akshat, Arushi, Vaidehi, Deepak, Dhrumin, अरे थोड़ा ध्रुवल, दीक्षित, दृष्टि, हेताद, ईशान, खुशबू, कृणाल, मोक्षा, नम्रिता, नाओमी, निष्ठा, जतिन, ओमिया, परिता, पवनीत, प्राची, प्रासीत, प्रत्यय, राधिका, राज, रमशा, सजनीश, रिद्धि, Ritika, Ria, Samyukta, Satvika, Shannon, Shashank, Shiv Shankar, Snehil, Shrushti, Suyashi, Swarnavalli, Tamanna, Tithi, Vishnu, Wagmi, Varshil, Ved, Yajurva, Aditi, Jai, Leah, Malvika, Manav, Mannat, Nikhila, Palak, Priyank, and Priyanka. In absentia, Apurva and Vivek. The chairman and the members of the board of management of the CEPT University on the nomination of executive council have confirmed upon following students the degree of Bachelor of Science in Building Design. In absentia, Maulik, Harshil. Congratulations to all the graduates and best of luck.
Congratulations once more. Thank you to all the program chairs and for Professor Samit Podora for conferring the degrees. You are now CEPT graduates and alumni of the leading institution of building environment and planning in the country. It wasn't an easy journey, I'm sure, with lectures and studios and field trips and sleepless nights. But you have done it in the end. Congratulations once more. A huge round of applause to the students, their families, and their loved ones. Yes, you deserve this all. As we come to the closing part of this event, I would like to thank again Professor Brinda Somaya for her excellent talk, and I'm sure it's going to leave an impact in all of you. To our admin office, Ms. Shraddha Prajapati, Ms. Shivani Joshi, Ms. Manisha Ashrani, along with immense support from Lalji Bhai, Nilesh and Raju Bhai. To all the student volunteers present here, helping us with the event. Thanks to the communications office, IT team, the photographers, and the campus office for their support. And of course, to Shilpa, Subin, and Mangesh for coordinating this event. Thank you all. Okay, so actually the lunch is slightly delayed. It will be served in the double height and around 1. So it will be served around 1. Thank you.